Hello students, in today's section we are going to see the practical implementation of a linear block code using a MATLAB. And what is the aim? Aim is the implementation of a linear block code. Learning objective of this particular practical is to study encoding and decoding of a data using LBC, and the requirement tool for this practical is a MATLAB. So basically what is a linear block code? So linear block code is a type of coding technique which comes under the category of a channel coding, where along with the input signal we added few more bits, or those bits are called as a check bits or the parity bit, and these bits are added to which is useful in error correction and the detection procedure. So generally the linear block codes are represented in terms of a n by k, where n indicates the number of message bit, n indicates the size of a code word, and k indicates the number of message bit. Now why it is called as a linear block code? Because a code is a linear if the mod to sum of a two code word is also a code word. So if you are taking the mod to addition of two code word, whatever answer we are getting is again a code word, therefore it is called as a linear code. And the block code in the systematic formats. So in this, the code word consists of n by k parity check bits followed by the k bit of the message, and the structure of the code word in the systematic form is as it is. So we are having one section of a message bit and the second section of the redundancy bit with a size of n minus k bits, and the rate or the efficiency of the code word is given by the k by n. Then the generator matrix. So generator matrix is a matrix which is used for generating the code word. So the representation of a generator matrix is ik by p. So ik is an identity matrix of size k and p is a p submatrix. So this is a generator matrix which is used for generating a linear block code. Now what are the different steps to solve LBC? So first step is the LBC code is represented by n by k, where n is the total length of a code word and k is the length of the input. So n minus k is a redundant bit or the check bits which we are adding in case of a LBC. Then generator matrix. Generator matrix is a matrix which is used for generating the code word. It is represented by I of k colon p k by q. So here the first section of the generator matrix is an identity matrix and second one is a p submatrix. And the code word. So for generating the code word, the formula is m into g. So we are multiplying the message signal with the generator matrix, and these two are in the vector format. So we have to perform the matrix multiplication to generate a respective code word, where m is a message vector and g is the generator matrix. Next is, now for detection of the error, the term which we are using is a parity check matrix indicated by H, and this is given by P transpose colon I of Q. This P transpose is nothing but the transpose of a P submatrix which we have used in a which we have seen in a generator matrix. And for detection, what is the procedure? Y into H transpose is equals to 0. So what we are doing, we are just taking multiplication of a received code word with the H transpose, and if the answer is equals to 0, it indicates the received code word is without an error. But if the answer is not equals to 0, it indicates the received code vector with an error. So once we come to know that the received code word is with the error, we go for detection, and for detection we are using a syndrome concept. So what is a syndrome concept basically? So we are having a syndrome values, and those syndrome values are nothing but the H transpose. So here y is equals to x into x XOR with e. So where x is your transmitted signal, e is the error. So if your transmitted signal is added with the error signal, it will indicate your y. So whatever value we have received. So if my error is equals to 0, we are getting output as same as the x. But if my error is not equals to 0, means we are having some error value, so definitely the received code word is with an error. So how we are going to detect? So we are just taking multiplication of y into H transpose. If the answer is 0, that indicates the received code word is without an error, and if it is not equals to 0, it indicates the received code word is having some error. Then regarding the correction, so for correction we are using the syndrome table. In theory already we have covered this portion. So how we are going to find out the correction? So for that we have to draw the syndrome vector table. So this is a syndrome vector table, and for finding a syndrome table, what we have to do, we have to take the multiplication of the error signal with respect to the H transpose. So what is this error signal basically? So this is the single bit error representation, where we are representing the single bit error located at the various location. So if you take example over here, here the error is present at the first location, this is for the error present at the second location. So it will just indicates the value of the error vector where the error is present at the different location, and for that we found out the respective syndrome table. And one thing is very important that we have already seen in the theory, that the syndrome vector table is similar to our H transpose. So what is the use of the syndrome vector table? It is used for correcting the error. So what we do, we just take multiplication of a received code word with the H transpose. If the answer is equals to 0, then it indicates the received code word is without an error. But if the answer is not equals to 0, it indicates the received code word is with an error. So what we have to do, this value, whatever answer we are getting over here, we just check that value from the syndrome table. So just take an example, let my S is equals to 110. So if my S is 110, so what is the respective error vector? So the respective error vector is 0 1 0 0 0. So what it indicates ki error is present at the second location, and for correcting we just multiplied the received code word with the error vector and it will give you the corrected output. Okay. Then we are taking one numerical. So here a generator matrix for a 7x4 block code is given below. So here a generator matrix is given to us and they ask us to find out the code vector for the message signal. So M is given to us, generator matrix is given to us. Now what is the solution? The formula for finding the code word C is equals to M into G. So for that, this is my C. We are taking matrix multiplication of a M with the C, and after solving this we are getting the code word as this. So this is my respective code word. So in this way we solve the numerical using a LBC. Then the MATLAB, now we are going to implement the LBC code using a MATLAB. So before that, for implementation of a LBC, we are using the functions which are used for the generation of a LBC signal. The first function is a code. So code is equals to encode message n by k coding method generator matrix. So here this is a function which is available in a MATLAB for coding technique. So here a message indicates a message signal on which we have to perform the coding. N by k indicates the size of a message signal, n indicates the size of a code word, and k indicates the size of message. Coding method, so coding method is a method which we have to define. Now in this case the coding method which we are using is a linear, and genmet, so genmet is nothing but the generator matrix. So generator matrix is a k by n numeric matrix which is used for generating the code word. And here the encode means what? This particular code or this particular function is for encoding. Now H is equals to hamgen M. Now this hamgen function is for generating the parity check matrix. So hamgen M, so M, if the value of hamgen is equals to 3, it will generate the parity matrix of size 3, and the length of the Hamming code is n minus m. So this is the function which is used for generating the parity check matrix, and here H indicates the value of a parity check matrix. Next function, T is equals to send table H. Now this particular function returns the decoding table for the error correcting binary code having a code length n and the message length k. So this particular function is used for the syndrome table generation. So with the help of this we are generating the syndrome table for H. Now what is the H in this case? H is the parity check matrix. So with the help of that parity check matrix it is generating the syndrome table. And finally for decoding, so the function which is used for decoding is a decode. So message, whatever value we have transmitted, so the same value it is going to return. So therefore message is equals to decode is a function. Code, the code which was generated in the by coding, n by k is a size coding method which we are using. So in this case we are using a linear method. Generator matrix and T, so this T is nothing but the syndrome table. So in this way, these all are the functions used for the generation of a LBC code. Now actual code, so CLC is the first command which is used to clear the previous workspace. After that the next command is a message. Now as my message is in vector format, so we have already seen in the first slide of the introduction of a MATLAB, in that I have shown you how we are representing a vector format. So here the message is in vector format, so we are representing it in this format. This colon, this semicolon is to separate out, so they all represents the different columns, different rows. Generator matrix, so this is my generator matrix. As my generator matrix is also in a matrix format, so we have write it down in this format, and this semicolon is to separate out the rows. Then the first command which we are writing is for coding. So for coding we are using the function encoding, which we are going to encode the message which was already declared. 7 by 4 is the size, and the technique which we are using is a linear comma binary, and the generator matrix for reference is a genmat. So this is the function for generating the LBC code with a size of 7 by 4. The next one is a parity matrix. So for generating the parity matrix we are using the hemgen code, that is a Hamming generator code of size 3. Now from where we are getting this value 3? So 7 minus 4, that is my Q is equals to 3, or the parity check matrix or the parity bits which are added is equals to 3. Therefore we are generating a parity matrix of size 3. Then TRT is equals to syndrome table. So here the syndrome table function is used for generating the syndrome table for the respective parity matrix, and it is this value is written at the TRT. Then finally we go for the decoding. So for decoding the function is message is equals to decode. What value we are going to decode? The code which was already encoded. 7 by 4 is a size, linear comma binary, generator matrix, and the TRT. So we are using the TRT, that is a syndrome table, which was already used over there, and the generator matrix the same. So this is a function for the decoding of a LBC code. Now we are going for the actual implementation. For actual implementation we are using the online simulator, the same which we have used in the earlier practicals. Now for performing the practical we go into the online editor of a MATLAB. So here I have already typed the program and run it, so I am just opening the program. What you have to do, if you are going to do, you just go to the new, in new, press the script, a new script will come, and in the new script this is the editor window where you need to write the program. So here, not to waste your time, I have already written the program and I am opening it. So I have opened the program. So it will take some time. So the program is there. So it was the same program which we have discussed right now, and which I have explained to you. So the program is written over here. It is having all the functions. So this particular program which we have using for the practical purpose is made up of all the functions which are available in a MATLAB. So we are having the encode function. This particular function is for encoding. Then we are having a decode function for decoding the LBC code. Hamgen is a function which is used for generating the parity check matrix, and syndrome table is a function which is to generate the syndrome table. Then we go to run. We are running the program. So once the program is run, we go and check our answer in a command window. So in command window, what we are getting? So first we are getting the message signal. Is it so? Then we are getting the generator matrix, that is given by ourselves only, and then we are getting the code. So here you need to verify this code is same as that we have solved. So it is the same code word which we have obtained by solving it by ourselves. And then the next part is, once we are getting the code word, we go for the recovery. So then this is the final answers which we are getting after the recovery. So this is a message which is obtained after the recovery, and then this is our actual message. So what you have to do in this case, we just verify whether the transmitted message and the recovered message is the same. So if you check the first, this is a 0110, 0101, 1001, and similar is what we are getting at the recovered end after recovery. So what we conclude from this, कि whatever code we have transmitted, we are getting the same at the receiver end. Means our coding and the decoding took place correctly. So in this way we perform the practical of a linear block code, where we have coded the message into LBC, and then we have decoded the code word. So this is the functions where we perform the coding, encoding, and then we have perform the decoding. So encoding input is a message, its output is a code, and for decoding the input is a code and the output is a message. So this message is same as that we have transmitted. So in this way we have performed the practical. Here you just need to give the input signal and to verify the code word and along with the received code word.